Hi guys, so we're back on 6 o'clock as promised. There is now actually a new way to be able to apply for the $1,000 for Chicago families. And so I wanted to bring this information as soon as possible, as soon as I found out about it. Actually, they just updated their website today, July 16th, with new information as to how they're going to do what is called like the second round. So basically, they've actually already used up all the funds, or not all the funds, but they already did the first round. And now they have developed actually a better method than what they did last time. So under the first round, I wanted just to share with you guys that they actually gave out approximately $1,000 to about 3,000 families here in Chicago. So this program is very real. This program is an option that you guys are able to apply. And that's why I bring this to you, because I think it's really, really important. Again, for those of you who know me, I have my MBA, I have my law degree, I have 2 bachelor's degree. The only way I was able to pay for all of my education was actually through private scholarships. I was not eligible to be able to obtain financial aid. And so honestly, looking for money is one of my strengths, I think. And so now that I see this opportunity that's available for you guys, I want to share this information. It's money that's available, and it's particularly for those people who were left out of the CARES Act. So it's money that is just there. The requirements are really, really minimum. They're basic, and if you can fulfill them, you're now able to apply. I'm going to explain a little bit more of the new way. So just as a recap, I know I did a Facebook Live before on June 17th as to what the requirements are, what actually this is in the program, but I want to just recap the requirements or the basics for those of you who might have missed the first round. So we are now starting into the second round. They have stated there are available about 2,000, they have $1,000 for 2,000 families. So another 2,000 families could definitely benefit from this program. And so basically this program is, the mayor of Chicago has said, okay, so for those people who were left out of the program under the CARES Act, who have not received any funding or any money, I want those people who live in Chicago to be able to apply and receive $1,000 per family. So starting this Monday, they're reopening their doors again. And so now they have a new system. So families in Chicago will be able to basically apply and they can receive $1,000. But this time around, they can only do it online. The prior system, what they were doing is they were having different agencies, and they were able to just, people could just call in. And honestly, that proved to be really stressful. I actually got a lot of phone calls from people actually complaining and saying, you know, I can't even get it through. I can't even get through. No one is even picking up my phone call. I'm calling, and no one, the phones are actually not even disconnected. So I think they were really overwhelmed. I think there were just a huge, amount of people that were calling, or, it was something new. And that really reflects the need that's out there. Again, this is exactly why I'm making this presentation, because I just think it's so important. The need is out there, and the right information needs to be put out there so people are ready when the doors open again. So starting on Monday, you can actually only apply online, which is wonderful. It should be a little bit easier. And let me recap for those of you who are not familiar with the program. So what are the qualifications to apply for $1,000 for families in Chicago? And yes, I keep getting this question honestly asked a lot. I live in the suburbs of Chicago. I live in Joliet. I live in Aurora. I live in Naperville. I live in Arlington Heights. Can I apply for this program? And unfortunately, no. It's a program that was set up by the mayor of Chicago, and you have to live in Chicago. Another question has been raised, well, what if I work in Chicago? Like, I've worked there my whole life. I feel like I'm a resident of Chicago, and I live in the suburbs. No, you have to live in Chicago in order to be able to qualify for this program. You also need to be able to prove to them, hey, I did not receive any funding through the CARES Act. So again, for those of you who don't know, the CARES Act was a program set during the pandemic, which we still are under, but basically providing a stimulus check for people to be able to get through. Now, this program unfortunately left a lot of people out, especially those who are undocumented or don't have a social security number. So this is a wonderful program to be able for us to get those people some help. And actually, some people who did not even receive a stimulus check were people who actually had a social security number, but they were married to someone who did not have a social security number. So very unfairly, they were actually X'd out of the program, and that's not fair. And so that's why we do have this program as a backup just for people who live in Chicago. Number 2, you need to be able to live and reside in Chicago, and they're gonna require that you prove it. People have asked me, attorney, I live in Arlington Heights. I live in Chicago Heights. Can I qualify? Or I live in Cook County. It's not about Cook County. You have to live in the city of Chicago, because you're going to need to prove it either through your lease or through your rent, or your bills per month. So you need to prove that you live in Chicago. And number 3, you need to be able to prove that, hey, hey, I qualify for this because my income is under the 300% poverty guidelines. And I'm going to show you on the next page what it looks like. So here I have on my screen what it means. So it depends on how many household members are in your home to be able to determine how much of your income, if you're allowed to apply for this program. So you can just check your taxes to just see overall how much did you make. So let's say, for instance, it's me and my husband, or 2 minor children. That would be a household of 4, and we have to be able to prove that, hey, we're under the poverty level of 300 and we made less than 78,600. So you yourself can look at the screen, you can see how many people are in your household, you can see your income, and you can make your own determination. If there's a house member of 1, maybe 2, maybe 6, maybe 7, this chart will tell you if you're able to qualify or not for this program. Also, of course, you need to be able to prove your identity. So driver license, if you have your passport, if you have your consular ID, if you're a student, you have your student ID. These are all forms that you can use to be able to prove your identity and who you are. Also, of course, like I mentioned, you need to be able to prove that, hey, I do live in Chicago, I reside here. So if you have a mortgage, if you have property tax bill, if you have a statement that your car is registered in your home address in Chicago, if you have your bills, your monthly bills, Comcast, internet, water, gas, and or any official mail that you get. Maybe your landlord pays all of your bills, so you're like, hey, I don't have any bills. Fine. What if, do you get any letters from the IRS? That's official mail from the government. Do you get any other type of mail that you're able to prove to immigration, not immigration, I'm sorry, for the funding, but it has to be from the government branch, showing that, hey, it's official mail, and that's why they call it official. And also, you want to be able to provide a copy of your income taxes. So they want to see your 2018 income taxes or 2019. They also want to see your W-2s. So if you're working, you have an employer who gives you W-2, you are able to also show that as proof or evidence that, hey, I qualify, I'm under the 300% poverty guidelines. My family could benefit for receiving $1,000. Now, so the new method that they're doing now is you can apply starting on July 20th. So this is this Monday. And only 1 person per family can apply. So I've mentioned to people, you can, if you're in a household and you say, hey, let me apply, my brother, my sister, my mom, it's only 1 application per person because you can only get $1,000 per family per household. Now, the new system that they're doing, and this is what I wanted to do this Facebook Live, it's a new system, it's a new process, and hopefully this will make the process a little bit easier and not as frustrating as the first time around. Again, people were calling, the lines were busy, people were calling, they were not getting through because that was the system, that's the way they had it. And I have a question here from Eduardo. Can I ask my landlord or for a letter verifying that I live at my house or apartment? Honestly, the best way would, you could do a letter, but the best way, honestly, would be to ask your landlord for a lease. Ask him for a lease agreement. Ask him to give you copies of every time you give him a payment, every time you pay your rent, for him to give you a receipt saying, yes, I got a receipt for because you are living in my property at blah, blah, blah. So you honestly, a lease would be a little bit a stronger type of document that you can prove, but it's a great question. So the new system now is actually going to be a lottery system. Okay, so what they're saying now, okay, now we're going to be taking like pre-applications online only. So basically, they're going to be posting this available starting on Monday. For the Resurrection Project, if you just literally just Google it, Resurrection Project, Chicago funding, Chicago Resiliency Fund, you can pull it up and they have a lot of information on there, and you are going to be able to submit your basic information, name, address, just basic data, and you're going to send it through and they're going to give you a number. So let's say I submit my application and I get number 123. On July 27, they're going to go ahead and they're going to post the people who are a winner. So they're going to do a lottery. So basically, and let me go back to the first page actually. You are going to be able to apply starting July 20th at 12 a.m. So yes, it's basically like at midnight, like 12 a.m. You can get up 2, 3 in the morning, but you don't have to. And you'll be able to apply all the way through July 21st. So it's actually the following day at midnight. So you have all day July 20th, like, 9 a.m., 5 p.m. You have July the next day, and then they're going to close doors on July 21st at midnight. Now, so as many people can apply. The only thing is, so there's no really deadline where you must do it at midnight. So I'm not asking people to, wake up, put your alarm, and make sure you apply. It doesn't really matter because as long as you put it in, then they're just gonna do a lottery. But when they do the lottery, that one does have a limit because they've already given out away to 3,000 families. Now they're only left for 2,000 families because initially they only had left for 5,000 families. So for this one. Once you submit the application, they're going to do the lottery, and on July 27th they're actually going to they're going to post it on the Resurrection Project's website. So I have it here on my screen, and again, you can just Google it, Resurrection Project Chicago Fund, and you will be able to see who if my number was selected. Remember, I made up my number and I got 1, 2, 3 confirmation after I did the basic pre-application, and so I will be able to see the number. And if for whatever reason, unless I don't have access to the internet, I don't even pay attention to that I won, they will send me a text by July 31st. So these are just little tidbits of information that I'm here to share with you guys. Make sure you have obviously a valid text phone number. Don't borrow your neighbors or friends' phone number if you're not going to have it available for them to get back to you. Also make sure you have a valid address, because if you are selected, and they will mail you a check within 30 days, and it's going to go to your home address. So you do want to have a mailbox or a safe place for you to be able to receive your check. Now, on this website, you can always check on Monday again as to how to do the basic application, and it's online only. So you can no longer call, you cannot go in person, you can not show up anywhere. It has to be online only. And they're saying basically you can go to that website and you'll be able to, you can use your tablet and Android, you can use your iPad, you can use a computer, a desktop, I mean anything to be able to have access to the internet, and then just submit that initial application. On July 27th, they're going to go ahead and post it on there on the website, and you can check if your number has won. And then on July 31st, they're going to just send you a text letting you know, hey, you have won, please give us a call back. At that point, they're actually going to take your information individually, more detailed, to see if you're eligible. So at that point, you're going to be like, okay, yes, this is my income, this is my address, here's my information. You know, they're going to verify more information over the phone individually once you have won the lottery. And please, some people sometimes ask me, well, is everything confidential? Only because, you know, there's so much information in my taxes. Like, I don't want, you know, I'm just fearful, I'm undocumented, I don't want immigration to have this information or someone else. But everything is to be remain confidential. There's no reason for this information to leak out. Also, people ask with the new public charge. It was announced again that, you know, anyone who becomes a public charge, who's getting free benefits from the government, they can potentially lose the opportunity to be able to apply for a green card. And no, this does not apply for public charge. So you're able or entitled to be able to obtain this money from the city of Chicago without any consequences as far as a public charge is concerned. So you can still continue with your green card process, you can still continue with whatever application you're doing with immigration, and it will not prevent you from being able to apply for a green card. And yes, and I think I mentioned this already, they will be able to mail you an application. Now, you can, guys, ask me any questions you want. I'm here on this Facebook Live. I will actually post this and upload it on my social media on my website. If you happen to be watching this even after hours, please do mention and go ahead and give me comments, and I will go back and I will answer them particularly and individually, providing all this information. Hola, Miriam. Nice to see you. Thank you for joining us. Also, you can email me to get your free checklist. I know it's a lot of information what I'm giving you. Again, you can, I'm sure at home later on, you can rewind this video, watch it again, and just pay attention to the requirements. But if not, I do have a comprehensive one-page like summary of the requirements, who's eligible to apply, when you can apply, and all the dates that I just gave you briefly. Again, you have to be able to prove I live in Chicago, I'm under the 300% poverty guidelines, I live in Chicago, and I did not receive the CARES Act, the stimulus payment. I didn't receive any money. Those are the 3 basic requirements. I have a list of documents showing what type of documentation you can prove or show to be able to show them the 3 things that are required. And also I have on there the dates that are important, that you can start applying online on July 20th, starting at 12 a.m. up and through at midnight of the following day, July 21st. On July 27th, they're going to post it on their website. Hey, these are the numbers, the people that have won the lottery, because that's a lottery system. There are no phone calls. You cannot go anywhere in person. They can't help you. And on July 31st, they will send you a text saying, hey, you've won the lottery, call us for more information. Once they actually confirm everything and you're approved, they will mail you a check within 30 days. So email me, Rocio@lawrsb.com, if you want a copy of that checklist. You can also text me, 312-ABOGADA or 312-226-4232. And just briefly ask me, hey, can you please email me the checklist for the Chicago Resiliency Fund? Just give me, obviously, your email address. I can send it to you. Or you can just email me directly, Rocio@lawrsb.com. I'll be more than happy to share that information. Also, what we're doing in my office, because I think this is a program that it's wonderful. Honestly, the requirements are so basic that, just 3 of them. You live in Chicago, I'm broke, I'm undocumented, I didn't get any of the CARES Act. I mean, there's so many people and there's so much need. Obviously, as we noticed that the 3,000 families that have already been helped, the money was gone so fast, and people were trying to call and they were so frustrated they couldn't get through. So we know there's a huge need, and the requirements are so basic. But then some of us, I think, we take for granted that maybe there might be some people out there who don't have access to the internet. Maybe some people who don't have access or don't even understand how to navigate, the internet. Like, we just tell them, oh, click here, go to the website. They may not even know how to do that. For that reason, my office, we have a commitment to our community, and I want to open our doors. So you guys are welcome to call my office, and we will be able to help you to submit the pre-application. The pre-application is simply going to ask you your basic information, your name, your address, your phone number, where can we contact you, and you're going to submit it. But that will at least get your foot in the door. Later on, you will get a phone call. You can handle that over the phone call if you don't know how to navigate the system or if you don't have internet. So for those individuals who want help in just submitting the initial application, I want to welcome you, and you guys can come to my Warrenville office. If you do not have internet, you don't have a tablet, you don't have an Android, you don't have an iPhone, if you do have them, you don't know how to work them, you don't know how to even log in, I don't want you guys to be left out because you don't know how to navigate the system. So please call my office. The space is limited. I do need that you guys you need to call our office and make an appointment. But our office will be open just Monday. We're only doing this for Monday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And again, we're only doing this at my Warrenville office. So the Warrenville office, we're located at 29W 522 Batavia Road, Suite 2 in Warrenville, Illinois. So call us, 312-ABOGADA or 312-226-4232. Call us because we will have very limited spots. If you guys need help, just submit just the pre-application so at least they can call you, or at least you can get your number, at least you know that you're on the lottery. Call our office and we can help you with that application initially. Hi Margarita, I have a question. Hi Rocio, I wanted to see any information about my residency status. Is there any place that I can look for that information? Yes, Margarita, give our office a call. I do sit down with my clients and I can do a 1-hour consultation. You can call 312-226-4232. 312-Abogada. I do a consultation where I sit down with my clients for about an hour. I will go over any prior documentation you have submitted or any basic information that you have. It's a confidential appointment. It's here in my office. I do speak Spanish, fully bilingual. So you can call my office tomorrow. We're open Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. till 5 p.m. And currently, honestly, due to the high demand at this point, I'm only taking appointments on Wednesdays. But go ahead and call. I have some openings coming up this Wednesday. I'm more than happy to sit down with you, go over your options, and you will walk out at least with a plan or a roadmap as to what to do next. Now, as far with the with the money available for the Chicago families, again, we are able to help you if you do not have internet. I just want to summarize very quickly who is able to apply. So people who are able to apply are people who live in Chicago. They have a very low income and did not receive any funding through the CARES Act. Those people are able to apply. Previously, they were only taking phone calls. Now, I'm calling this round 2. They're only taking, you can only do it online. You can only apply online. So initially very basic, but that window of opportunity that you have to be able to apply opens up on Monday at 12 a.m. and it closes on July 21st at 11:59 a.m. So make sure, so don't leave this, don't say, oh, I'll do this when I get back to, from vacation. I'll do this on Wednesday. I'll do it next week on Thursday. I'll do it on Friday. No, you have to apply. If you want a chance to get $1,000, you have to do it on Monday, 12 a.m. between Monday and Tuesday, July 21st at midnight. Again, you submit that application quickly. It's a pre-application. You get a number, and then on July 27, they're going to be able to post the winners. If my number was 1, 2, 3, I will know. Then I will get a text. And again, my office, the Warrenville office location, I'm inviting you guys. If you don't have access to the internet, if you, for whatever reason, you don't understand how to even get in there for this lottery, because again, 2,000 additional families can benefit from this program. Please don't leave money on the table, like literally. And people will be like, oh, I may not get a chance. You never know. It's a lottery. You do have a chance. Submit it. That's how I did it with all my scholarships. It was like, hey, I don't have a chance, but guess what? If you don't apply, you never know. Again, if you don't participate in this lottery and it's so basic and so minimum, and if you can get your hands on $1,000, hey, I'm sure there'll be more food on your table, or you'll be able to pay your rent, or any other debt you might have if your car broke down, or in their miscellaneous expenses that obviously are constantly coming through when you have a household. Something can always go wrong. You can always use that extra money. Again, if you want a copy of my free checklist, please email me, rocio@lawrsb.com. If you want more information, follow me on Facebook, Abogada Rocio, or follow me at the law office of RSB. We also are on Instagram. We're also on Twitter as well. So there are multiple ways for you to get a hold of us. And if you don't have internet, you need help applying for this, we have our doors open. It's in person only, but you must make a consultation because we have very limited spots just to be able to help you, only to submit the pre-application for the Chicago funding. And it will be at the Warrenville office from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. If you have any questions, go ahead. You guys can put more questions on here. I will come back and answer, I promise. Feel free to share this with other people who might not know about the funding, or people who may not have had a chance to log in on my Facebook Live. I will upload this video on my website, and again, I will frequently check if people have any comments, and you can always email me. I'm more than happy to share my checklist, and thank you for joining me again. I'll talk to you guys soon.